What's up, YouTube? This is FMX Panda. So, I think this video is long overdue. I originally wasn't going to post it, but you know what? I got some things to say. So, about a month ago, a month and a half ago or so-ish, I ended up getting doxed on YouTube by a well-known TikToker and influencer known as that Danesh guy. Now, what originally started the whole thing was there was a video of a grandfather being upset, admitting to hitting his daughter or granddaughter because she was being disrespectful and swearing in public. I simply took a stance for the grandfather, and I literally said, I would have done the same thing and then some. But you know what? This guy took it the other way and posted my daughter all over his social media, which was uncalled for. Now, before I continue with this, yes, I did take the side of the grandfather, but we need to realize one thing. Agree or disagree with the grandfather or what I said, which I admit I should have worded things differently. We have a problem with this generation. We have smash and grabs, we have assaults, we have kids that are out of control, and it's not like how it used to be back in the day. So something needs to be done, and I took a stand for the elderly grandfather. Should I have worded it differently? Absolutely. Have I ever or will I ever lay a finger on my own child? Absolutely not. I felt for the grandfather in the heat of the moment. Should have worded it differently. I admit that 100%. What was uncalled for and what was inappropriate and unacceptable was this man took pictures of my daughter and posted her on his social media. He might have put a line on her face so she couldn't be recognizable, but you know what? That's beyond the point. He took it a step further and posted my family members and my close relatives' place of business, and they were getting harassed and death threats, along with the mother of my child and her family as well, which is unacceptable. You know what, man? If I make a mistake and say something I shouldn't have, I'll admit that I'm wrong. I'm doing it now. But you know what? I made a mistake then, and I messaged him some things that were inappropriate and unacceptable, which I did. I own up to it. I tried messaging him. I tried posting on the videos. That got no attention. The only thing that got attention was his biased opinion on me, which he only used parts of his version of the story. Of course, he probably won't end up posting this video. He probably won't end up posting anything that I said to him, apologizing from the bottom of my heart. You know what? Yeah, I am wrong. I said this. You know what? I'm still going to stand up for the elderly. Any parent that's being, pushed around by their child, that's got to stop. And for your information, he took it a step further. He tried to reach out to my job, which honestly, I hate to break it to you, man. My job doesn't care what influencers like you say. You know what? Because we have better things to do. We're not 30, 40-year-old men on TikTok harassing people. I'll give you this, Danish. I see some of your videos, people that are exposing them in public, that are actually doing racist stuff. You are putting them on blast. Good for you. Go after people like that. But you know what? Clown me for all I care. Go for it. You know what? I said some things to you I shouldn't have, and if you're watching this, dude, I am sorry. You brought my family involved. They had nothing to do with this. Shame on you for that. You know what? The Whittier wanker, the dude in the car that yelled a racial slur at that poor African-American woman. Why didn't you bring their families involved, huh? You brought my family involved, but not theirs. You know what, man? I seriously pray for you. And you know what? I ask for your forgiveness for the things that I said to you. Truly, I do. I'm a man and I'm human. I'm flesh and bone. I made a mistake and I lashed out on you. Rather than coming to you like a man and saying, hey, man, what I said I should have worded differently, but I don't appreciate you posting my daughter. No, I went off on you. And yes, I told you to go back to your own country and other things, which I shouldn't have. I will say publicly that that was wrong. But it also was uncalled for you to bring my family in the midst of it. You're claiming to care about children and you're claiming to care about my daughter, which frankly is none of your business, first of all. And if you must know, yeah, I went to court that same week that you brought up on your social media. And guess what? I was found innocent. Judge didn't see anything wrong with what I did. And he saw everything that happened and transpired between you and I on the internet. He said, I'm free to think however I want to think. And I told the judge straight up, I told the mother of my child, yes, I should have worded it differently. It was wrong of me. But you know what? I have never abused my child in any way, shape, or form. You know what? You even took it a step further in your video to say how much clutter I have or whatever. Bruh, you got that over a cup of coffee and a notebook. You didn't see the whole... Dude, you want to talk about clutter? Toys for my daughter. Pictures of my daughter that were in the background that obviously you didn't point out because you wanted your representation of my life to fit what you think is going on in my life. Okay, more power to you, I guess. But you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. I'm sorry if you're watching this. But dude, you took it a step too far, man. The Whittier wanker and all these other people that actually did shit to people, you know, the dog kicker, why ain't you freaking posting about their families? You had to go after mine? Unacceptable, bro. I have never done anything to physically harm any child at all, nor will I. You took it a step further to, you know, contact my job. They don't give a damn about what you think, bro. I work hard. I get up off my butt every single day. I work. I feed my daughter. I pay my child support. And you also didn't think about this. You also didn't think about the death threats that I was getting. If I'm seen in public with her, that puts not only me, but her at risk. So shame on you for that. Not to mention it's been happening to the mother of my child. So you're putting all of them in danger because of what you said. You know what? Like I said, I'll say it a million times. If you're going to watch this, which I don't think you will, but if you do, you're going to take everything that I say. You're not going to take my apology and post it. You're not going to say, oh, David isn't taking responsibility, which you know what? I actually am, dude. I reached out to resources after that happened and told each and every one. Therapists, by the way, I don't drink. I haven't touched alcohol or drugs in almost 2 years. A sponsor, pastor, people from church, I told them, hey, I messed up. I said this to this man and I should not have said it. And what I originally posted should have been posted differently. You're not going to post any of that, are you? I reached out to you personally and I apologized to you from the bottom of my heart, which take it as you leave it. You accept it. Great. If not, I could care less. I got actual things going on in my life. But you know what? I just need to get that side of the story straight because literally Dr. Phil is right. What you do, the punishment does not fit the crime. I said something I shouldn't have said, but you know what? Death threats, getting doxxed, people finding out where I live. By the way, everything has been snapshotted and taken to my local police department in case you or any of your little followers try to come up to me when my daughter is next to me. I can promise you if they try to do anything when my child is next to me, they're going to get hurt. That's not a threat. That's a promise. I have the right to defend not only myself. I could give a shit what happens to me, but my kid, you took it a step far. I can clown you all I want. I can say whatever I want to your face. I think you mentioned you're a father. I'm not going to mention your children. I'm not low like you. So once again, I am sorry for what I said to you. I shouldn't have said it. The original post, I think we can all agree there's something wrong with the kids in today's society. Something needs to be done. I shouldn't have took it to where I did. You live and you learn. I learned a lot from this whole experience. And you know what? I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me for what I said to you in your direct messages. The way you interpreted my comment on that original post as protected by my First Amendment right, interpret it how you please. But you know what? Yeah, you did dox me. Not only that, you brought my innocent family members involved in the thing. With that being said, to sum this up, I am sorry to that Danesh guy for what I said to him personally. I shouldn't have said it. We need to understand I'm a human being. I ain't a robot. I ain't a cyborg like all these other technologies are coming out with nowadays. I have feelings. So when he posted a picture of my child to the internet, I got upset. I got furious. Number one. Number two, I might have made a mistake, but you took it a step farther by posting my child on your social media as long as the business of where my family works. That's number two. Number three, you know what? I forgive you for what you did, and I'm letting it go. But you know what? I have a First Amendment right just as you do too. So with all that being said, I'm creating new music, and I ain't going to give a damn what anybody thinks about it. You know, every single day, I strive to be a better person than I was yesterday. You know, y'all might have seen what I said to him, and that's all you might grasp me. Guess what? Y'all don't know me. You don't know what I've been through, what I've done, how I've accomplished it, or any of that. So, to sum this up, leave me, my daughter, my daughter's mother, and my family members the fuck alone. If I feel like you guys are threatening us in any way, shape, or form, there will be trouble. I'm willing to leave this all on the table. But with that being said, I got a track coming up, and I have some things to say in that track about this whole situation. So I'm going to post it in one of the next videos. But yeah, I'm going to say it a million times. I'm sorry to that Dinesh guy. Danesh, excuse me if I mispronounced it. But you know what? If you happen to see this video and watch it all the way through, I can guarantee you're either not going to post about me at all. You've probably moved on to harassing other people. Or if you do post about me, you're just going to grab this and that. You're not going to grab everything that I say. You're not going to grab the fact that I apologized to you several times. You're not going to post or edit the fact that I actually went above and beyond to seek out additional help or support from resources for what I said and owned up to the fact that I was wrong. Several different resources. You know what? I'm bettering myself every single day. So you can get up there behind your computer, wherever the heck you are, and say, oh, David's not taking accountability. We got to find him. Say whatever you want. But you know what? The fact that you brought my family into all this is wrong. So leave me and my family alone. That goes to you and to anybody else who follows you. And if I am in the presence of my child who cannot speak for herself, and anybody comes up to me and threatens her safety, there is going to be a problem. I have told the police that, and the police are actually in agreement with me. You could say I'm threatening people all I want, which I'm not. I'm simply asking for peace and privacy, and for you to respect that, for you to not physically hurt me. Because that's another thing, Danesh. You didn't go online and say, hey, this guy, what he did was wrong, but you know what? Be peaceful. Don't, get mixed up in violence. You didn't say any of that. And I got screenshots to prove it. And if you don't believe me, you can go to the police department and ask for it. They know everything. And I told them that if I feel threatened, I'm going to do what it takes to protect my kids. Police officers have children too, and they were in agreement with me. So go ahead, say whatever you want. Say, oh, David's not taking accountability for his actions. Oh, he's still a racist pig, which I'm not. I love all people. I'm not better than the next, and nobody's better than me. We're all equal. And say whatever you want. You could say, oh, David's a violent, threatening. Say whatever you want. Like I told you, bro, I went to court that exact day you posted on your story, on your Instagram, whatever. The judge saw everything. He literally looked at us and said, you know what? You are free to think however you want to think. I told the judge straight up, yes, Your Honor, I shouldn't have said these things to this man. And guess what? It went in my favor because I've never done anything to hurt any child, let alone especially my own. And if you're going to open your mouth and say that I did without any proper evidence, fuck you. Excuse my language. I'm trying to swear less. But you know what? With all that being said, I got a track coming up soon. New form of music's coming out. I got a lot of music I'm going to be releasing. And with this new track, I got some things to say about this Danesh guy. You know what? Because he took things overboard. And after I get that all off my chest, we can let bygones be bygones. If I see you in public, dude, I'll buy you a freaking beer even though I don't drink. I'll shake your hand. But as for right now, I got some things to say about you because you posted somebody else's child and family and totally took it over the line. So I say this in peace. I mean no physical harm to anybody, especially children, to get that out of the air. What I said to this man was wrong. I'll say it a million times. But I'm human. And I lost my cool for a minute because he posted a picture of my child, not dismissing it whatsoever. What I said was wrong. But if you're a parent, I think you can understand when somebody does that, especially when people are threatening violence on you, potentially putting your child at risk. That's my side of the story. Take it how you please, but I'm asking you nicely, leave me alone. If I feel any sort of aggression from anybody when I am with my child, there will be consequences. That being said, I leave you with all that. Danesh, I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me and I forgive you as well. But in my new track, I got some things to say about it. And you know what? Maybe in the future, we could all have a laugh over this because I'm laughing about it now. Even though I've learned a great deal of things to be learned through this whole experience. From here on out, I pledge to watch what I say. I pledge when I start feeling a certain way, I'm either going to A, reach out to some sort of resource, or B, put it down to music. I think that's what most healthy people should do. And you know what? If y'all must know, I'm going to raise my child the best to my ability, so she doesn't grow up like these kids riding out on the street, you know, swearing at their grandparents, looting and freaking smashing and grabbing stuff and hurting other people doing these stupid little TikTok challenges. My child is going to be better than that. Does that mean I'm going to freaking beat my child? No, absolutely not. And if you think that, you're out of your fucking mind. Excuse my language. I'm not going to do that. So, that being said, I'm FMX Panda. Later.